I hadn't planned to come home early that night. It was chance. A meeting called off, a quiet drive through the drizzle, and an odd instinct telling me to skip my usual dinner stop. The house looked ordinary when I pulled in. Soft lights glowing, curtains closed, that little ceramic pot she adored still perched by the window. But the moment I unlocked the door, something in the air felt wrong. Too still, too thick, like the whole place was holding its breath. I stepped inside. No shoes by the mat, no purse on the counter. The TV hummed, low in the background, some sitcom laugh track echoing in a way that didn't fit the quiet. I stood there for a beat, trying to name the feeling climbing up my spine. Then I heard it, a laugh. Hers. Upstairs. Not the dull, distracted one I'd grown used to. This was brighter, alive. The kind she hadn't shared with me in ages. My mind hesitated to believe it, but my body already knew. Each step up the stairs landed like a countdown. At the top, the bedroom door hung ajar, a thin strip of light across the carpet. I pushed it open. She froze first, then he. The air turned heavy with the weight of exposure. Twisted sheets, scattered clothes, faces drained of life. Her eyes widened, caught mid-crime, shame and fear, mixing like oil and water. I didn't shout, didn't move, just stood there, heart pounding slow and deep, keeping me upright. The man mumbled, reaching for his shirt. I barely noticed. My eyes stayed on her, the woman I'd built 10 years with, the one who said we just needed time, the one who swore the distance was nothing. Ethan, I can explain, she whispered. Hearing my name in her mouth snapped. Something clean inside me. Not rage. Just finality. Don't, I said. My voice didn't sound like mine. Cold. Flat. Done. He stuttered, grabbed his things, muttered, I should go. She didn't stop him. Just sat there clutching the sheet, eyes wet, as if that fabric could erase what I saw. When the door closed behind him, only silence remained. The same walls that once held laughter, now echoing loss. Ethan, please, she choked out. It just happened. You don't accidentally end up in someone's bed, I said quietly. You choose to. She cried harder, reaching for me, but I stepped back. My eyes drifted around the room, the wine glasses, the half-burnt candle she never lit. When I was home, every lie she'd fed me fell into place now, the pattern clear. The late work nights, the new gym habit, the lingerie she claimed was for me. I was going to tell you, she whispered. When? I asked. Before or after? He left tonight. No answer. Just soft sobs that didn't touch me anymore. I grabbed my jacket from the chair. My hands were steady. I always thought, if this day came, I'd break, rage, maybe fall apart. But all I felt was finished. Completely. Irrevocably done. She followed me down the stairs, still crying, still pleading. Please, we can fix this. It was a mistake. At the door, I turned once more. You broke something that doesn't repair, I said quietly. Then I stepped out into the rain. It didn't ease up as I drove. The drops hit the windshield in sharp, relentless taps, like the sky was trying to rinse the world clean. I didn't have a plan, just the instinct to move, to get far from that house. That no longer felt like mine. Every red light gave me space to breathe, to replay what I wished I could forget. I ended up at a rundown motel off the highway, the kind with buzzing neon and carpet that smelled of smoke and regret. Paid in cash, took the key, sat on the edge of the bed for a long while before even unlacing my shoes. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Her name flashed again and again until I turned it over. Then the text came. Please come home. We need to talk. I'm sorry. It didn't mean anything. I love you. Funny how people reach for love only after they've killed it. I lay back, staring at the ceiling. For years, I'd been the constant, the provider, the one who believed. That loyalty always meant something. But in that cheap room, I learned something hard and oddly freeing. Love doesn't die in a single act. It fades through small betrayals, quiet neglect, and words left unsaid. Until one night it simply disappears. The next morning I went back, not to reconcile, but to reclaim what was mine. The tangible pieces of a life built on trust. She was in the kitchen when I walked in, still in that robe, eyes red, face pale. "Ethan," she whispered. "Thank God. I didn't sleep. I thought you." "I came for my things," I said. She froze. "You don't mean that." "I do." She followed me from room to room as I packed. Apologies, reasons, empty promises spilled out of her mouth, tripping over each other in desperation. I let her speak, folding shirts, sealing boxes. When she finally said, "It didn't mean anything," I looked up. "Then you ruined everything for nothing," I answered softly. Her crying started again, but it didn't touch me. There's a strange quiet that comes when you've already lost the thing you feared losing most. It isn't peace, but it's close. Before I left, she whispered, "Can we at least try counseling? Please, Ethan. Don't throw us away." I met her eyes. "You already did." When the door closed behind me, it felt light for the first time in years. The weeks that followed were muted. I moved into a small apartment downtown. Not a home, just a beginning. I went to work, came back, cooked for one. The silence that once suffocated me now felt like room. Room to breathe, to think, to exist. Her messages came less and less until they stopped completely. Even guilt, it seems, grows tired. One night, I sat on the balcony with a beer in hand, watching city lights blur in the distance. I thought about how easily people say forever, without knowing what it truly demands. Love isn't in grand gestures. It's in the quiet decision to stay loyal when no one's watching. I wasn't bitter anymore, just older in a way that had nothing to do with years. When my friend Mark asked if I was okay, I told him the truth. "Yeah," I said. "It hurts less when you stop trying to make sense of it." He nodded, the way only someone who's been there can. Months later, I heard she'd moved, new job, new city, new life. I didn't wish her pain. I didn't wish her anything. That night, lying in bed, lights off, I realized something simple and freeing. Closure doesn't always come from apologies. Sometimes it's the quiet moment, when you finally see the truth and walk away with your dignity intact. She never imagined I'd be standing there that night, but I was. And in that moment, I stopped being the man waiting to be loved, and became the man who finally chose himself.